Hey, what is up YouTube, and welcome to another Silver Fox Gaming video. And today we're going to be talking about, I'm a guy that's been playing WoW for 20 years off and on. I played original BC. I played vanilla, the original. I went into BC and then I went to Wrath of the Lich King. Then I took a little bit of time off and I came back and we played a little bit of Pandaria and skipped some of Cataclysm, but I played some of it. I bounced all around all the expansions and have been in WoW, or very close to WoW, for the full 20 years. But I probably, to be fair, have played steady, let's say 17 or 18 of those 20 years. We're coming into WoW's 21st year, and sometimes, you play the game and you get a little bored with it, or you want to mix things up. So that's why I've seen other challenges out there, and I just thought this would be something fun that isn't too complex. This is going to be the new Realm, Race, and Class Challenge. Now that basically means you got to get out of the norm. As you can see, I play a lot of humans, all the way down through here. I just play humans like crazy. I did make a a new warrior here, and we have a demon hunter here that's a night elf. But for the most part, I'm human or some type of human adjacent. Even if it's on my druid here. Yep. He's still called Tyrion, but he's just a big human. And that's basically the aesthetic that I have enjoyed in WoW. And I tried to play other things. And for me personally, it's been really difficult to stick with that aesthetic of changing things. I've played some Horde, but I've never been able to tolerate certain races. Okay, so this kind of gets you out of the norm, playing something different. So for the realm challenge, I have one realm that I play on most of the time, which is Moonguard. If you guys want to follow me or you like my content and you want to meet up on Moonguard and play some together, I'm happy to do it. I know rumors about Moonguard and how crazy it can get. Moonguard's a roleplay realm. There's a lot of people that roleplay. I enjoy roleplay. But I do not enjoy the, how can we put this and keep this kind of PG-13? I don't like the adult-orientated roleplay that goes on there. That's not for me. If it's for you, hey, have at it. Not for me. But it is a huge roleplay server, and there's a lot of fun things that go on there. There are fireworks shows at night in Stormwind where people come and they roleplay as like, a traveling fair, circus, and they put on a play. And people, will rehearse doing the acting for their characters in these plays and fireworks shows. And, if you walk in a pub and there's people in there, you can usually have an in-character conversation, and it's pretty interesting. It's kind of fun. So if that's your thing, it's a good server. And also, there's just plenty of normal play there as well that has nothing to do with roleplay. But the roleplay's there if you want it, obviously. So, part of this challenge would be to jump into a realm that we are not familiar with. Now, I did do a little bit of Googling, and I do think if I'm going to play a DPS class, a non-tank, non-healer, I want to be on a full server. I would recommend a full server, or at least a high population server. A lot of servers now are blended together, so it still kind of matters where you play, though. Even if if you jump down here on a new player realm or low and you're playing a DPS class, DPS is very common, so you might have to wait a long time to get in a group. And sometimes, if you work a job and you get on for a couple hours in the evening, if you're me, I get on here at 8 o'clock at night. I'm sleepy by 10. Sometimes I conk out in my gaming chair. So if you just got a couple of hours to do something, it's probably best to get the fastest groups possible. So for this challenge, for me personally, you do yours how you want to, but I'm going to jump in a full server. So now we have to decide what faction do we want to choose. Do we want to be Alliance or do we want to be Horde? Well, I have played Alliance the majority of the time I've played. I've played a little bit of Horde in the last year, but I've not played a lot of Horde. So before we pick this server, we probably should jump over here and be like, okay, what do I want to play as? Do I want to be you know, the Horde, or do I want to be a Alliance character? Again, I have played every Alliance character type just about, but for my challenge here, for the race challenge, we want to play something that we don't normally play and we're not super comfy with. Because you want to mix it up a little bit, right? So I love humans and dwarves. I think dwarves are one of the coolest classes in the entire game. Night elves are pretty cool. Anything that came out with the original vanilla content, you know, if you look at the original vanilla content, you're going to see a lot of Tolkien-esque, you know, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, ancient, you know, different writings of mythology and fantasy, like King Arthur, that kind of thing. You're going to see that here. You're going to see the humans. You got Tolkien, right? We have the humans, the dwarves, and the elves. And of course, the gnomes almost are like the Hobbit type people of Lord of the Rings. So Blizzard didn't, you know, I know they're going to say, oh, we didn't intentionally do this, but, and they may not have, but they didn't stray far from it, because over here, what do we got? We got orcs and we had trolls. Orcs and trolls, big part of Tolkien lore. So they added the Tauren and the undead, but still, you're sticking close to Tolkien. So these races here, my volume is so loud. Okay, I gotta turn down my headphones. Anyway, if you're going to do this, I'm comfortable with the humans and the dwarves and the night elves. I'm gonna be honest. Every other race here, I have not played a lot of. I've played a Kaltirian Druid to level 80, and I enjoy Druids very much. So, races I have trouble with. I don't like the Void Elves much. That aesthetic is not great to me. I'm not a fan of Lightforged Draenei. I mean, now there's just no particular reason for this. You know, there's just some races you like more than others. Original Draenei kind of goofy. They're okay. I played them some when they first came out, and not a huge fan. I cannot handle playing mechanical gnomes or gnomes very much at all, so I've never gave those races much of a chance. On the Horde side, and Earthen, you know, this is just dwarf. It's a little taller dwarf, right? But still kind of a dwarf. But at the end of the day, they're just a rock that has been given a personality. They're not really dwarves. Kind of different, right? But still, the aesthetic is close. Same thing for Dark Iron Dwarves. So over here, on Horde side, I love orcs. I think orcs are amazing. Very intelligent, calm-wise, the whole thing. Great race. They are the human version for the Horde. Really cool. To me, they are anyway. So let's jump down to the undead. Undead are phenomenal. I think my first character ever was an undead rogue or mage. I can't really remember the class, but I know I started playing undead when I first started playing World of Warcraft. I thought the Horde was amazing, and that's what I wanted to play. The Tauren, God, these guys, man, Taurens are amazing. You know, the similarities to Native American ancestry and different things in them is phenomenal. Their shamanistic ways and all that. Great classes. Trolls, great. Kind of cool. They're kind of cool stoners, right? And then you got the new trolls, the Zandalari. And those guys don't take L's. They don't take losses. They're kind of badass. We like those. So they wouldn't be good for this choice here. So the races on Horde that I don't care much for would be the Nightborn, and I don't want to play a dwarf over here, so it would be the Nightborn. Goblins. I've never played a goblin. The Valpera. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. I am not anti any of the furry classes. If you like them, then what I mean by furry is they have fur on them. I don't mean the people that play them are furries. I just mean these are the furry classes, right? You have the Worgen over here, and the pandas, of course, right? And we have our scalies that are the Drakthir now, and the Drakthir can be I have played a Drac through to 80. I don't have a problem with them. You know, again, coming from dragons and different Arthur lore and Lord of the Rings and all that stuff that I grew up on as a kid. Love the dragons. They're really cool. So anyway, if we're gonna hop into for the horde again, the goblins, Volpera. I'm getting a little bit of lag here for some reason. And the original trolls. I've never played an original troll. Maybe to level 5 or something. I just never stuck with it. So I know that the goblins would be very different. The trolls, the Volpera, the Worgen, and in the gnomes. Especially these mechanical gnomes. I just can't. Like, how much of you is real? How much of you is a robot? Now I probably could do a gnome, a regular gnome, maybe a rogue, a semi-burglar type class. You know, if you're thinking, you're gonna find out on my channel. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings guy. I'm a huge Hobbit guy, and anything that's, you know, semi-Tolkien. So these guys would kind of be unfair to play in this challenge because I think I would be okay with them. So we want to kind of push your uncomfortable boundaries. So for here it would be Void Elves, either Draenei, but especially the Light Forge and the Mecha Gnomes. And here would be the Nightborn. It's like, okay, you guys are angry mages. Cool. The trolls and the goblins and the Volpera. Just don't know, so this isn't live, so we can't take a vote. Maybe I should have done it live, but I think if we just... I think I'm going to go Horde. And since I have not played trolls before, this is way out of my... So let's see. Now comes the second part of the challenge, right? We've kind of decided on a race. But now it's a class. Okay? There's lots of classes I love, and there's some I just can't get behind. I struggle with shamans. I struggle with priests. I don't know what it is, but the shaman and the whole priest thing is an issue. And so this race class combo would be difficult for me to get behind and difficult for me to stick with and truly enjoy. Now the point of this challenge isn't to make yourself miserable. It's just to maybe look at things a little different. At the end of the day, this is your game. You paid the money for it. You paid the subscription for it. You know, if you bought the War Within, you're here. You know, we are all doing the same thing. So first and foremost, play how you want, right? This is just an idea. So if we're going to play Horde, the best Horde realm that's out there is Area 52. It is the largest Horde realm there is. And I also think Hellscream is big and Illidan is large Horde populations. If you're going Alliance, Storm Rage, and Proudmoore. Storm Rage is the biggest server in the world, period. So there are some things there. And there's a role play. It's not listed as a role play, but I think if you Google, you know, what are the biggest servers for World of Warcraft, you'll find out what you're looking for. So... But I want to be fair. See, I have played on Area 52 before, and I've played on Storm Raids before over the years. I have never played on Hellscream. It is a large full server, so we're going to go to Hellscream. Yeah. Do that. So I'm pretty sure Hellscream is a Horde server. But one of the fun parts of this is I've already done the research for the video to inform you guys of things to help out with the challenge. But it might be fun just to not look and see. You know, you might get on an alliance dominant server, you might be playing Horde, which could lead you to playing PvP and having fun, right? So that's kind of the point of the challenge. Do something out of your comfort zone. And you can add more stipulations on this. We'll get into those. And I'm also down the road going to do the Lord of the Ring challenge. And I don't know if I want to do it in Classic or if I want to do it. I think I would do it in Retail first. We'll get into that later. But for now, Realm, Race, Class. RR&C. Okay? So I think I would be comfortable with a troll, though. So to push it a little bit more, it would be any of the small races. And I never play females. I always play a guy, because I am one, and I can relate to that. So I never play a female body type. Okay? Or body type 2. So I just have not done that. So I kind of play what I can relate to because I'm a dude. I'm a human. Okay? Human male. Well, that's what I identify as. That's what I am. So I play kind of close to the vest with that. So let's go. Let's see if there's any classes for goblins that I would not be super comfy with. They can be shamans and priests, and the Valpera can be shamans and priests and rogues. Oh, and we forgot about the Nightborn. Okay, so it's probably going to be... So goblins can rocket jump forward, launch rockets at enemies, receive vendor discounts, summon a bank. And the Valpera can trick people, camp where you want in the world, take less damage the first time you're hit, have 8 extra slots in your backpack, hello, and resist fire damage. Okay. Let's see the stones, fellas. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. I don't know, man. If I pick this guy, at least I start at level 10. I don't have to do the tutorial. Which is a plus. Which is a plus. Okay, so... If we go to the... See if it makes sense to be a hunter. Hunters are pretty easy classes. Oh, I'd be so uncomfortable playing this little fella, though. I just... and a priest. A fox in a man dress. No. Oh, this is terrible. I do not like the Valpera at all. I do not find playing these little tiny races. This is going to be very hard for me. Believe it or not, I'm just not. But, alright, we're going to stick to the challenge. I think if I'm going to stick to it accurately, I should probably be a healer as the Valpera. So, okay, let's go to customize. Wait, do we want to be a male or female? Oh my god, you're kidding me. No. I think female trolls are cool though. But anyway, you can see I'm completely like spazzing out here. Okay. We'll be a little fellow and we will go to... What's wrong with his eyes? Oh, you can have split color eyes. Well, let's start with his fur color. Well, that's kind of grayish white, so let's call him Silver Fox. Is that taken? Of course it is. Silver Fox game. Give him 2 kind of gray blue eyes. That'll work. No, let's just call it silver. A rondo. Matan. Okay, Matan will work. Matan. That works. Okay. Whoa, so he can have a long, wait a minute, a long, blunt, flat, short, strong, or I like the short. Oh my god, no. No, come on, really? Scruffy. Those ears are ridiculous. Why can you control the earring? I kind of think I want him to be brown. Maybe red? Red? I don't know. How about I'm Foxy, baby. That'll work. Anybody that's seen those movies, oh yeah, baby, I'm Foxy. They'll get like they. Okay, are the ears, the earrings? Oh, okay. Wow, there's just not much customization to these guys. I don't. Okay. This is just ridiculous. Oh, I can change the face? Okay. Right there. Right there. Oh, this is the worst. Dude, I already just want to delete this. I don't even want to. I don't even want to create this. I can't tell you how much I hate playing these things. Okay. I guess that's his adaptable camo for Want the Forest. Why does he have tiger stripes? Like, I'm really sitting here thinking, this is a fox. Why does he have tiger stripes? Okay. Folks, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can hit this or not. Okay. Okay. Oh, a Volpera priest. 2 things I have a world of trouble with. Okay. Just checking my time limit. We've been going 25 minutes here, so okay. Alright, let's jump in and see what's up. Well, we did the race, and the realm, and the class. Now we just have to continue doing it. Ugh. Maybe the intro video will at least be pretty good. I played these enough to unlock them. That's all I know about them. Got the achievement.
We Volpera have always been resourceful. No matter the adversity, we do what it takes to survive and keep our family strong. The
Oh my
Hold
God.
helped us when we needed it. And now it's time to return the favor.
They even annoy
A fair
goblins.
trade, if
This
you
is
ask me.
crazy.
A whole world of adventure is awaiting you out there. Explore it and become a hero. For the Volpera and for the Horde.
Ugh. Okay. Set up my UI here real quick. Okay. So the warband thing I kind of stick over here. Okay, can resurrect. We'll have a little power word fortitude, little buff, little buffy buff. We'll hit that. Desperate prayer. A bag of tricks. Pull your chosen trick from the bag and use it on a target or enemy or ally. Enemies take damage and allies are healed. Okay. Put that there by my heals. Caravan mount. No, thank you. Okay. So now, yep, you know I'm gonna do it. Recuperate. And where is the one button? Make camp. What's that? Make a camp and can only be used outdoors. 5 seconds. Okay. Return to camp. Well, that's cool. Change up my bag of tricks. Okay. I'm not seeing... Oh, I gotta pick a combat rotation here. Okay. Okay, let's start out with Shadow. We will throw a point in... let's go to Spell Magic, the first one. Now we have a 1-button rotation. And we'll grab Shadow or Death. Shadow Word Pain. Mind Blast. Shadow Fiend. Mind fly. Okay. Wow.
Do you have any news?
Go to the
Take
embassy.
care of yourself. No one else
Wait, they get
will.
a tabard? Okay. I think we can fly already here. So, if we're gonna stick with this challenge, gonna need a few things here. Even when they're ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay. It's the Lord Walker show.
Hello. Jade Serpent guides you. Farewell.
Sounds like we got the drums of war starting here.
What is it? Trust no one.
See what the old tabard looks like. Not great.
Haven't we done this before? Oh, who would have thought someone named Deathwing would bring about so much destruction?
Okay, so we picked... It's the war band. War chief board. Okay, so we got that. Finish this quest.
I always have time for you.
Done.
Speak, friend.
Make this our home.
Farewell.
Okay, now. That was pretty quick and painless. Let's change these around. Okay. Alright. So here we would have time walking, as that is going on now. So we'll group up and we'll get it done. And we will see how Foxy Baby here gets it done. But you guys are seeing kind of the point of the video at this point. If you stuck with me this long into this, thank you. Also, there'll be more content coming, more challenges, and just more, more of everything, World of Warcraft. But for today, I think that's enough for this video. What I want to do here is we're going to unqueue. And I will keep this fellow around. We will continue this challenge. And we will see what direction this goes. But in general, I think the best thing that I can say to you guys right now is you can see that you can mix things up in WoW. You can make things fresh and new. We could have picked a character and done their original story and leveled, not through the new leveling zone on that little island after the shipwreck, but actually played the character. Could have done a goblin level, the goblin starting zone, or a night elf, or whatever it is. Sometimes going back to the basics in the beginning is a good thing to do to keep WoW fresh. Because there's so much in-game content now. You can do stuff for hours and hours and hours every day, from your dailies to everything there is to do. But sometimes, even if you do fishing dailies in every expansion every day, or cooking, or whatever it is, it still kind of can get boring. So it's good to go back and keep things new and look at things through a fresh pair of eyes, even if they're little Volpera eyes. Okay. So thanks again for tuning in. Catch me on my next video, and I appreciate you guys. Everybody take care. Thank you, and bye-bye.